Hello, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Pat Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. So, finally breaking above the rotation zone and the 50-period exponential moving average. So you see, these are people ask why we follow certain moving averages. Are they magic? Are they this? No, they've just proven to be at least short-term reactionary areas. So you see here, close above the rotation zone and then reacting right at the 50. Then finally getting the first cross the rotation zone. We put a pause in, the GAN levels in here. So to this key pausing bar, which gave us the next target, 93.15. See, spiking just above it, closing just below it, and now holding right there based off where this bar is right now. We've had a run up, but the next level is 94.50 essentially. Get above that, we'll be watching. Let's look at the price action. So right here, this right around 96.90, 9700. We had this prior support level becoming resistance, and it happens to be a GAN level. Then above that, we'd be watching for 10,079. So those are the key levels. Now we just got the first cross rotation zone again. We entered in overbought territory on the 4-hour, but as we know, it can stay there for a long time. So key support, first little area is about 9,100. Major support I'll be watching for on a bigger pullback is 9,000. We have the bottom of the rotation zone and the 50 EMA right there. So that's our very key level. If we did fall below that, we then have a false breakout, and I'd be watching the bottom of this. Again, candle bodies are more important. It just happens to cut through all these candle wicks, so I'd be watching the 85.50 level. Switching over to the daily chart. Daily chart. How are we looking on the daily chart? Daily chart. So you see here pulling back, rotation zone closing right at the bottom, rotating up. Then getting above the previous day's high to confirm the rotation back up. Very nice rotation. So this is a nice 4-day pullback, then a rotation up, and then we broke above the high, which was at the rotation zone, and this is a kind of pattern you want to watch for. This is a pretty strong buy pattern based off the daily chart. So bookmark this one, take a screenshot, do whatever you need to know, because this is pretty much, let me get these ratios out of the way so you can, if you actually want to pause the video and take a screenshot, you could. But this is the kind of thing you're looking for. So we had a strong up move, remember? And we had a multi-day, a nice 3 to 5 day pullback in the rotation zone is perfect. This happened to be a 4-day, closed right at the bottom. That doesn't matter. We just didn't close below it. And then you rotated back up, tested the top side of the rotation zone, and then a break above that. That's a really nice play. Just to reiterate it. Oops, sorry again. Just to reiterate that, because sometimes when you see something that's like that, I wish I'd have, if I was going to make a video of this specific rotation setup, this would be a perfect one. Let's switch over to Ethereum. Ethereum also breaking above. Initially I had a reverse GAN box on between this key low and this high. Now I've gone to a forward GAN box with this being the pausing bar. So that gives us next levels 202.35, 205.23. First cross rotation zone. Minor support coming in at 195. Major support, I'm going to be watching just below the rotation zone, 192, 191.50. So let's see what else we have here. This 205 level also right in the prior breakdown zone, so there's probably going to be some resistance up in this area because it's prior support becoming resistance. So do not ignore these levels. Don't even ignore this one, the 202.35 level, because you can follow here to the left. See how the candle bodies align just higher than that level. So that's something else not to ignore. Switch over to the daily chart. Daily chart. So we never got the rotation zone cross against us. It did drop below it, got caught on the 50 on a closing basis. Remember, we always watch where it closes, not the highs or lows. Those are secondary. The closes are key. So you see we dipped below it, closed above it, closed right at it, opened, rotating back up. Now we're back above the rotation zone. So right now, I'd be watching, especially about this 196 level. We don't want to really close back below that because that would be a failed break back above the rotation zone. If we get above this 205 level, next major is 215. We've talked about that repeatedly for a couple weeks now. You can see all the resistance there. So that's going to be the next level up, and then 227.50. So we have for you on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.